After 22 years on the radio, we couldn't stay quiet for long.
We're Lori and Julia, still loud.
Pop culture, gossip, books, TV, music,
and probably a little too much laughter.
Let's do this.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is Lori and Julia, and we are still loud.
Yes, we are. And we are here and we're reporting for duty.
We are. Can you imagine this? We do report for duty.
That's right. Podcast duties that we take seriously and irresponsibly as well as responsibly.
Mm-hmm. Talk into that microphone, sister.
So speaking of irresponsible, so one of the things that was just kind of fun over the last couple of weeks of having, more downtime and more time watching, reading the year-end things and all of that. But there was a director who was on somebody's podcast, and he told a great story that I've never heard before. Maybe you will have a memory of hearing about it, but it was about how at one point Steven Spielberg really wanted to work with Ben Affleck.
I saw this.
This would have been like in the 90s.
Yes.
And I don't know what Ben was in that he was, that Spielberg wanted him to write something. So this guy, I can't think of the director's name, tells this podcast host that it never ended up happening because Ben Affleck was invited to Spielberg's Hamptons home, so it must have been summer, and for like maybe, a barbecue as one does, any with your friends, come on over. And Spielberg's son, who I don't know if he's 7, 8, something like that, but kind of at that little boy hellion stage, and maybe Ben had an ice cream suit on, all like some Nashville, Kentucky derby look or something.
Sure.
Anyways, Spielberg's son pushed Ben in the pool, fully clothed.
Yeah.
Ben, because he is
a guy,
and
hot-headed.
also he strikes me always as having the dry drunk personality. He gets up out of the pool and picks up Spielberg's kid and probably picks him up roughly.
Sure.
And tosses him, sails him, probably an arm and a leg into the pool. When the kid came back up out of water, he was crying, and probably half the people there were laughing and half the people were appalled. Mm-hmm. Bottom end of the story is that Spielberg would never work with a Ben Affleck because of this incident.
Okay, so the movie was in 2006, and the director was Mike Bender, and the movie was called Mad About Town.
Oh.
In which
was that the Blake Lively?
I think so, which was originally intended to have Steven Spielberg be the director. But Bender, the guy who kind of has the same name as our guy from Leah Remini, Mike Bender.
Rinder.
Oh, he was Rinder. Thank you, Lori.
Rinder, Bender, very close.
Of
very
course.
Close.
Claimed Spielberg would not produce the 2006 movie Mad About Town after this incident with Affleck. And then this is the quote, Steven Spielberg is a genius and a great guy, but he can be an ass. And Ben Affleck is a great guy, and he can be a bigger ass. So there and
Ben Affleck did know it. He did know that. He goes, is this because of the thing with his kid in the pool? That was the rest of the story, because he had to, Spielberg isn't going to be involved. But here's the irony of ironies, the rich who's laughing now at the end of this story and at the end of the day and in the Hollywood lore. The year is 2015. Is it Argo that wins?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Look up what year that was. Win? Argo beats Lincoln for Best Picture at the Oscars.
Okay.
And that was definitely after that. And that was Ben Affleck directed
2013.
it. 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Affleck directed that, Spielberg with Lincoln, and Argo does the big upset. Mm-hmm. So guess who's got the last laugh in that whole story?
Okay, wait a second. Okay, Ben did win.
Yeah, he won. That movie won. It was huge.
That was a good movie.
That was so good. We had so much fun on the press tour of that Argo tour.
He didn't win Best Director, but he won
Best Picture.
Best Picture.
And it beat Lincoln.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Remember that Lincoln? Daniel Day-Lewis.
And Sally Field.
Yes, I never watched it. I don't think.
Oh, I did watch it. It was good. Sally Field was though like 12 years older than Daniel Day-Lewis, and I guess maybe Mary Lincoln was older. But it's kind of like in Landman. Billy Bob Thornton's dad, played by Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott's only 11 years older than Billy Bob.
Well, in your family, this could happen.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. My God. Good Lord.
You know I'm kidding you.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought that was I thought, that's a Hollywood story.
Okay. Do you introduced me on the air probably 4 years ago. Julia, I got to tell you about this new game. It's probably 5 years ago now, Wordle.
Oh, Wordle, yeah.
Wordle, the husband invented it for his wife.
As a romantic gift.
And it would just be it's a New York Times. Now they bought it from him, but it's, guess a word a day. It's not supposed to be obsessive compulsive. Can you just guess the one word?
Are you still playing that game?
I am.
Okay.
So anyway.
Probably you and a lot of other people.
Lori, a ton of people do.
Yeah.
But there's this whole New York Times games.
Oh.
Okay. And they're getting a lot of people. My sister Gina plays them. I mean, Connections is the other one.
I heard about that.
That's free. Mm-hmm. And Wordle's free. Mm-hmm. But they're coming out with a new game. And it was just they were on a talk show the other day. And I was just listening because Connections sometimes is so hard. It's just trying to find like things and you get a certain number of guesses. Sometimes you're like, how would you ever even think, everything that had a red tablecloth in it?
My brain doesn't want to work this way.
But your brain,
I objectively object.
I feel like you would do good at this, though.
I'm sure I would.
You don't ever.
I don't want to. It
blows me away that you don't like games.
I know I like games, Julia. I like games, but I don't want to play like word games or Sudoku or puzzles or.
Oh, I did a whole puzzle yesterday. Yeah.
Did you? How many pieces?
1,000.
1,000.
Oh, Lori.
That's amazing.
I hadn't done one for a while, and it just calms me down. I just love it. I did a puzzle, and I listened to the book, Buckeye, that you and Chris Hewitt.
Favorite book of the year.
Was the book of the year. I've got probably
Hasn't it been
7
good?
chapters. It's
an epic.
It's an epic.
I haven't read just a big epic saga.
It's a big old epic. It's called Buckeye. I really am enjoying it.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Sometimes the narrator's voice, and I was like, all right, I'll get used to this. Blah, blah. But let me get back to the New York Times games. What I learned, these are money makers
for the
paper. And they have an app.
We need to invent a game. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't know.
Still loud
game. What would it be? You noodle that.
Okay.
But every single game has its own editor. So they stay on top of trends. They stay on top of this. They stay on top of that. I mean, it's a big money-making arm. And I didn't realize that.
Yeah. You would be very good as an editor of games.
No, you have to. But they're having a new one that's launching at the end of this month. And it's called Crossplay. And you can play it with, remember Words with Friends?
Yes. Oh, my mom still plays that.
Okay. But you can play with other people, but it's like a Scrabble board, and you don't have to be in the same room.
Oh,
that looked kind of cool to me.
Yeah.
So it's called Crossplay. I don't think it'll be free.
Right.
I don't think it'll be free, but that was just a little rando for you. Games.
Yes.
In case you were wondering.
No, my mom. I asked her. I said, "Are you still playing Words with Friends?" And she goes, "I play with my niece Michelle every day, and she beats me every day."
You would beat me every day.
Yeah, and I
would probably put in words like blank you just to mess you up. Isn't that the word? It had 2 letters, but didn't it mean really something else?
Yeah.
I would just to mess you up.
Oh my God.
How about this? I thought this was sad news because I know you and I watched the Ariana Grande Cher Saturday Night Live episode.
Oh my gosh.
Which was hysterical.
Yeah.
The Elf
it
on
feels
the
like
Shelf.
forever ago.
I know,
it's only
but
been
that
like 3
Elf on the
weeks.
Shelf scene was, I thought
the Home Alone skit was good.
Oh my gosh.
That was
so
really
good.
Mm-hmm.
But Bowen Yang, that was his last night at SNL. And
I
made
know,
me
and
sad.
that song, So This Is Christmas
Yes.
and whatever. That is like one of the saddest songs. Yeah, no, it was very surprising.
He is so funny.
I think that his contract maybe wasn't up because I feel like it's a May to May thing.
Yeah.
To go with the season.
He was kind of upset about how some people got dismissed from the season before, I think,
but
too.
I think he's got other opportunities, and he has enough money because of Wicked, and he just paid to get out of his SNL contract because he's doing other things. He's tired of the grind of SNL.
All right. There you go.
And he asked Lauren, will you let me out? And Lauren said, yeah. And he didn't want to have a big thing.
He didn't want to even sign for this year.
Yeah. So he has that podcast that does very well. Yeah. He and Matt are going to, they have like a 3-picture deal with somebody to do movies.
That Matt, his partner, is snarky.
Oh yeah, he's often a guest in Andy's clubhouse.
He's a snarky guy.
Mm-hmm, I like him.
Should we just bop at Housewives? I can't wait for them to come back.
Oh my gosh. Jen Shaw's out of prison. That happened in December. Lock up your grandmothers and your aunties.
Well, she stole all the money from the old people with telemarketing, and she got her early release. And we're talking Real Housewives of Salt Lake.
Yeah, which it's been so good. But Andy Cohen, I heard him say this on Watch What Happens Live, and on his radio show. We are not having her back.
You can't.
Because
she's a criminal.
Because of the fraud and all of that.
You don't reward that.
Yeah.
She can come back and make amends in another way on her life.
I'll bet you she ends up on Traitors. I mean, it's not to say her time on TV is coming to an end, because there will be someone who, like, this woman gave good TV and she could be on Traitors and other
is starting
shows.
Soon. Are you good? I'm going to watch it for the first time.
I think it's January 8th. There's a lot of stuff coming like next week.
Right.
A lot of TV is happening in January. That is happening, I think, January 8th. Also, January 8th. Did you ever read any Alice Feeney books? She kind of writes. Well, her book, and I read this, it's called His and Hers. She's like a Frida McFadden, where she writes twisty suspense thrillers. His and Hers is going to be on January 8th. Love is Blind is coming back. 11/22/63. I know you read that book.
I did.
That is the first season. That's coming January 7th. The Night Manager is coming back after 10 years. That's the first time we met Tom Hiddleston. 10 years ago, Julia.
Okay, so this is a question for people. Mm-hmm. This happened to me with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I watched season 1 when everyone watched it.
Same.
And then season 2 took a while. I think it took too long. And then I'm like, I'm not going back.
Same.
I just refuse.
Yeah.
So the thing that I heard last week is Pluribus. Am I saying
Pluribus,
it right?
yes.
Pluribus is on Apple Plus.
Pluribus, whatever the hell it's
Pluribus is on Apple Plus. Mm-hmm. And their season just ended. Did you watch the last one?
Yes.
Okay, last week. And they got signed up for season 2, but we will not see it until December of 2027.
Yeah. Casey was on the fence. He only watched that. It felt too slow for him.
It is slow.
It is a very slow show, but it's a very slow moving horror story.
Right.
And so the way they're building it up, but yeah, that'll be maybe challenging.
That'll be really challenging
for all
But
of
like
that.
if Ted Lasso came back, and it's been off the air for 4 years, probably, I'd watch it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of depends. But Pluribus, that's too long. People, you should rethink these things. But I guess when they launch, they don't know
They don't know if it's going to be a hit. And on paper, Pluribus probably didn't sound like it was going to be good, like any of maybe Vince Gilligan shows. I mean, imagine the pitch to the network. Well, that is the famous one HBO passed on. They passed on Breaking Bad.
Oh, they did. I didn't know that.
They passed on Breaking Bad, and AMC is the only one who believed that Vince Gilligan had a movie.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Emily Henry's book is going to be dropped on January 9th, People We Meet on Vacation.
I loved that book.
So that's going to be... so there's a lot of book adaptations happening by a lot of our female authors that we've really liked. And then that hot John Bernthal is in some series starting January 8th. I love him.
Okay, so he was the... hustler on that sexy show on Showtime or whatever. He played
the gigolo.
Hello, everybody. I'm a gigolo.
I'm a gigolo and a gigolo.
No, I'm just a gigolo, and this is what I know. There was a song.
Yes.
But last night I just was kind of bored, and I watched The Bear episode on Hulu. Did you ever watch any?
Like maybe 3 episodes.
Okay, and I watched The Seven Fishes, and it's called The Fishes episode with
John was in it.
John Bernthal is in it.
Mm-hmm. I love him.
Our daughter of the diaper lady. Oh God, this is so bad. Jamie Lee Curtis was in it.
The diaper lady.
I mean, but she did June. She did commercials. Yes. She's in it. Sarah Paulson's in it. John Maloney, the comedian's in it. But that Bernthal, he looks good.
And we met him in Walking Dead. He was in the first season of Walking Dead, maybe the second season, but he's a very, very good-looking man and very versatile. He's striking.
He really is. But I watched that episode again, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
If people were having PTSD from some holiday experiences with family, watch this and know there's way worse people out there than you.
Right.
And your family. You can't even hold a candle to some of these people.
Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't know what she's promoting, but there was a interview that she gave, and she said they asked her about her mom. How did you refer to her as?
Diaper lady. I'm embarrassed. And her dad was Tony Curtis. I mean, how do I even say that? It was June.
No, what is Jamie Lee Curtis's mom's name? Tippi Hedren.
No, Janet Leigh.
Janet Leigh. And because Tippi Hedren is Melanie Griffith's
and
mom.
she did
do the adult diaper. She was the first one.
I'm just going to double check.
Well, here, the point of the Jamie Lee Curtis story that I'm trying to go off on a diatribe on is that what career advice did your mom give you as far as you wanting to be an actor at a pretty young age?
Yes.
And she said, well, the one thing my mom wouldn't allow me to do is audition for The Exorcist. And I think she was correct.
Because her mom was in Psycho.
Yes.
You remember? Okay.
Yes. And Jamie Lee was like 12 or 13.
I think that was great because look at what happened to
Linda Blair. Yeah.
Her head turned around and she threw up.
Well, I mean, her career, it was just, anyway, and it was like a very intense shoot. And Jamie Lee was like, that was probably good call on my mom's part.
I would say like Brooke Shield and Pretty Baby.
Yeah.
Taxi Driver. Was it
Pretty Baby?
It was Pretty Baby.
Yeah. Jodie Foster was like 12 when she was in Taxi Driver.
She's the only one that felt like she could handle it to me.
Yeah. It all just depends. It's just a crapshoot. Because that book, I Hate My Mother by Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah. Did you read it?
I read that book.
Is it good?
It was really good. And it's been optioned to be a TV series. And Jennifer Aniston is going to play the mom.
I love this.
Jeanette McCurdy's stage mom.
All right, so I'm going to want to read it.
I think so. And I think Jeanette herself reads it. It's kind of an unbelievable story about, a kid actor in Hollywood. And it was really
messed up.
Raw. And she had a good ghostwriter like Brittany had, a good writer helping her. And very, very honest about, what happened to her as a kid in Hollywood.
Is she okay today?
I think
so. She's writing other books. I think she's starting to be an author now.
Something.
Not memoir.
She's backed away from the acting thing. That's for sure.
Okay. So the hot names, you always get that. So the hot name that people would go to ChatGPT, like name my baby.
Oh, do people? Yeah, I suppose. Why would you? Okay. Wow.
Alara.
That sounds like a great soap opera name.
ELARA.
This child will be doomed to always spelling their name everywhere they go. Because
then we'll think she's Lara Spencer.
Yeah.
Alara.
So that's a Chat GPT name?
That is, but the top boy names last year were Theodore, Henry, Oliver, Jack, Liam, William, James, Leo, Bennett, and Thomas. Yeah. Girls... Guess the girl's number
Sophia.
1. She went down to number 4.
Okay.
So it's Charlotte, Olivia, Evelyn, Sophia, Emma, Violet, Amelia, Lucy, Nora, Harper. I think next year's list should be Jane, Susan, Mary, Linda.
I don't know
Bridget.
about that. But
what about Bridget?
I love that name, Bridget. I love it. But I did read that the new name for Karen is a Jessica.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, that we're no longer using to describe an outraged white woman who's outraged over something small and petty, a Karen.
But what do we
now
call
we're calling him a Jessica.
Well, what do we call guys? A Dinkus Moranis?
No, we call them Brad or Chad.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Are you a Brad or are you a Chad?
Yeah, stop being a Chad. I think it's a Chad. Maybe Tad.
A Tad, a Chad.
The Brad Chads and Tads of the world.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. All right. So what do you think about the scandal of Brooklyn Beckham and Victoria Beckham and Brooklyn, their son, and his wife, Peltz? Like they fight on Instagram and stuff.
But they don't really fight. But
do you even think it's for real?
Yes, there definitely is.
So David Beckham and
Victoria Beckham, their oldest son,
Brooklyn, married a billionaire's daughter.
Nicola Peltz, who was in one of my WB shows that I liked very, very much.
She really hasn't been in anything since.
I don't know what happened to her acting career.
And he is an aspiring chef, is all we ever read.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Here's what I think about the whole Beckham and all those headlines.
Okay.
I think a lot of it is the Daily Mail clutching its fake outrage pearls, much the way they do about Harry and Meghan, to try to make something, because all it takes is someone posting something saying it's a great joy to be with family. Oh, it's a dig, it's a slam, But I'm not really sure why Victoria Beckham and David Beckham aren't making amends with their son.
I don't get it either, because that is it.
They've been down the fame game road. They know, you just like squash the beef and let there not be anything. And, sometimes suck it up and apologize. Even if you're not the one who needs to be apologizing, to have the peace in the family. What are you going to do? Wait until somebody drops dead? I don't know. I don't like this kind of thing. And I don't really know how bad it is, but I know there has been unfollowing, which in the celebrity world, following and unfollowing people is a statement into itself.
It's like we're no longer talking.
Yeah, you can still follow something and never look at it. You can mute it.
But it's a baby thing. It's like a huff. I'm done with you.
Yes.
I'm going to unfollow you. If we ever looked at how many people unfollowed us,
I wouldn't even know how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
That would require posting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Twin Cities Closet Company, because they just make so many people happy, and their kind of word is attainable luxury, because they can help you. They're a Minnesota-made company.
Everything made,
family
manufactured.
Owned,
That's right. They got all the things.
They do true customizations, and it can be for a walk-in closet. It could be for a reach-in closet. It could be for drawers. It could be for a pantry, a laundry room, a mudroom, a garage. Whatever you need, a bedroom.
Beautiful closet.
Oh, gosh. They can do it for you, but they come up with amazing solutions. And everyone on their staff is a designer. So they can come to your home and give you a free consultation, and they come out with the designer comes to your home. No budget is too small. They do starting at $500. They've done jobs for people. So if you just have a weird tiny space, or you have a huge space, or you have outdoor spaces, whatever it is, like you've got a pool area and you want a barbecue area, they can help design stuff. Go please to tcclosets.com. They are wonderful. They guarantee their product for life. They use premium materials. It's just, even if you're dreaming, have someone to your home and maybe kind of visualize. They'll help you visualize what that looks like and how attainable it can be.
And you can do it over Zoom if you don't want to set up a time to have them actually come to your house and just send the dimensions, and they make it easy to work with them. That's for sure.
They really do. And people making it easy to work with them is Minneapolis Plastic Surgery, Dr. Jarvis. All you have to do is call Minneapolis Plastic Surgery. They're located in Golden Valley. And the only reason I say that, sometimes when you Google stuff, other places come up first. So they're located in Golden Valley, and he does free consultations. And if there's something, we know someone who went in with their mom. You
Yes.
know, just last week.
To have another pair of ears and listen to what the thing
Yeah,
is. It's
and-
like, I can't believe I'm thinking about doing this.
Right.
You know, you're like excited and nervous all at the same time.
Yeah, and options and what's available for you. I know the results. We've seen amazing results. People look like themselves but refreshed. You don't look like weird or anything, and they have so much experience at Minneapolis Plastic Surgery and Dr. Jarvis, and their facilities are on site there. You know, this is kind of a good time to call them up for a consultation and tell them Lori and Julia sent you.
Please.
I know it. All right, what are we talking about?
Well, because I don't know if we did talk about this, but I will say that I've come up with my two blondest moments of 2025 for me personally.
Okay. Well, first, can I?
I
just wanted to revisit an old one.
Yeah. What is that?
When you were on a bowling team for 5 years.
No, 8 years.
8 years. And it was every Wednesday night. And you
At
did
the
it.
banquet.
Yep.
At the end of the year, at the end of the 8th year of bowling on this league.
And you realized that someone on your team.
There were two of them. There were two brothers.
You thought they were the same.
I thought they were the same person for 8 years.
But they're twins.
They're not
even
twins.
twins.
They're brothers like 8 years apart.
But what, I mean, that was to
Oh, yeah.
me. You
Oh,
came
yeah.
in, you're like, Julia, the guy that I thought was a guy, it's actually two
Two
guys.
guys.
And I'm like, how do you not know?
Yeah.
So there was, all right, so that was one of the blonde
So that
moments
was
I really remember. Tell me another one.
The blonde moment, it happened a couple weeks. I think the Vikings were playing. Were the
Okay.
Vikings playing recently?
At Christmas Day.
Yeah, or sometime around then. Anyway,
Or I don't even know.
I was watching and I kept saying stuff about, I was marveling about the fact that the Gophers were so nice to loan the Vikings a quarterback to play for the team. And I said, he's really doing pretty well, you know, for a college. And finally, Casey's like, what are you talking about? I said, you know, every time JJ, the kid, gets hurt, they pull up the Gopher quarterback to play for the Vikings. She's like, where did you get this idea? And I go, you mean it's not the Gopher quarterback? He's like, no, it's not the Gopher quarterback. I said, all this time for at least like...
That's like hysterical that you think that there's like college professional job
like a
share.
transfer, like a job share. Yeah, I just thought that's amazing. Good training.
Lori.
Yeah.
It's Max Bosmer.
Yeah, Bosmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to know
He
his
was a former Gopher.
Okay, that's where it got all tangled
he
up.
He was a former Minnesota Gopher.
Got tangled up in my mind.
Now that's a good blonde moment. Okay, do you have another one?
Well, my other one was just the epiphany of going to Song Song Blue and finding out the movie Song Song Blue is in fact Song Sung Blue, not Song Song Blue. So I have been singing the Neil Diamond song zestily all my life, as whatever age I was when I learned that song. Song Song Blue.
You
It
did.
is song sung.
Yes, it is.
It's even in the title of the movie, but I guess I've never. It's just another example of how lyrics, you hear them.
You know, I never know
Yeah.
him.
So you sang Song Song Blue. So that's not so
I
blonde.
sing everything wrong.
Yeah, all right.
I'm known for it.
Yeah.
But the other thing that you did was when you came with this huge epiphany. Oh my gosh, Julia, I can listen to my phone through my car. What was it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's so
I
bizarre.
thought I could only get phone calls through my
Oh,
car.
yeah.
I didn't realize I could get everything else.
Like you could listen
a
to
podcast.
things, a podcast in your car. That was
Yeah.
another blonde one. That was recent.
Yeah, well, listen, Casey, for some reason, is after me to upgrade my phone. I don't want to. And the reason why I don't want to is
It's because your new plan, they give you 4 free phones.
you know what? I don't know what it is, Julia, but I don't want to me, switching your phone is one of the most terrible things that can happen.
I would
To you
agree. I just did it over the
technologically.
holidays.
Yeah, I don't like it
I'm
at all.
still trying to get into my heating app at the cabin. I'm trying to get in all these other things. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm too lazy. I just want to go with this phone until it breaks.
well,
And it's a very good phone, and I wanted to know how much I appreciate my Pixel.
those
My
are
Google
expensive, the new
phone.
ones.
Yeah.
No, I
Well,
just
they're
bought a new phone.
they're offering me, you know, all kinds of deals, and I'm just like, please keep
Leave me
working.
alone.
Yeah, leave me alone. back away from the offers. I don't want to do this. I mean, I just, yeah. Casey wants to give me a new TV for my little girl cave, my bat cave. And I'm like, no, I like everything about that TV. I don't want a bigger one. I don't want, I don't want to learn a new remote.
Oh, I've learned plenty.
But you got to learn
I totally know
all this stuff. And then I read that in New York, the Metro card's gone. I remember when they got rid of the coins.
You know what?
And now it's going to have to be on your phone.
And everything's on your damn phone. What if your phone's dead? That's what I always think. But I have a Metro card still
loaded.
Loaded from the last time. It was yellow with blue letters.
They're always blue. And they're always blue and yellow. New Yorkers are kind of losing their minds.
Because of it?
Yeah.
You should have an option. Well,
they're just,
it's like the Star Tribune printed their last paper at their place in Minnesota, and now it's being printed in Iowa.
Yeah, I know. So I remember, though, my girlfriend, who still lives in New York City, when they went from the Metro card from the coin, when they had the coin, the subway token.
The tokens.
The change is hard. It's just hard. People resist and resist.
Lori, you do. What do you think about Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively? Isn't that going to come to fruition this year? Are they finally going to go to court? Or I think people are so sick of those two in general. Well, you haven't seen them working a lot.
No, you haven't. I do think that Blake is going to regret it. And I saw her some of her hair beauty products deeply discounted.
Oh,
whatever the name of that was. But the trial date, I believe, is the end of March. And it's been kind of quiet. I saw a preview at the movie theater for the movie Verity, which is based on a Colleen Hoover novel. And that's coming to the big screen in maybe February or something. I did not like that book either, but maybe the movie will be better. But even Colleen Hoover, when she gave her deposition in December, she backpedaled and was like, yeah, I really wasn't on the set, and told in another interview that she doesn't even like telling people that she's the author of It Ends With Us.
No, because
it's become so heavy. But the movie, box office wise, was a huge success. So sometimes you just got to walk away with the win and suck it up and just say to yourself, well, I'm never working with that guy again or that studio again. So I kind of feel for her that she felt that she had to, take a stand with whatever she's accusing him of and he's accusing her of. And I don't know. It's just, it's a very ugly situation. I don't see any winners. In this case, I'm sure their PR team was really, mad.
Oh, I'm sure.
Upset that they couldn't talk him off that ledge.
I'm sure. What do we never talked about Snoop performing. Okay, we took off the week of Christmas.
Yeah, no, that show was fun.
How much fun. Lady Wilson, our blind Italian blind tenor.
Andrea Bocelli and his handsome son.
With a beautiful voice. Then you got your K-pop singers.
Yes.
That was like a fun, great show.
Yeah, it really was.
It really was.
Snoop had fun, and then he went off the next day to go do another one.
Mm-hmm.
So he's busy. Yeah, it was fun. And Suni Lee was a NFL social media photographer on the sideline. She and Simone Biles have you shouldn't call it little, but they have an NFL contract to be social media. Simone is her husband on the
Chicago Bears.
Bears, yeah.
I think so. He's on something.
And Suni Lee. Anyway, this is because I think that we're going to see these two at even though it's Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
I think that they will be doing some corresponding for ABC. Is that who does the Olympics? Because the Winter Olympics are happening in Milan in February.
I know. Milano.
I love the whole idea of, I always have enjoyed chatting about the Olympics. We've chatted about it a lot over the years. And I'm glad that from the radio to the podcast, the tradition will continue of us being burgeoning sports reporters on the sideline from the romantic place of Milano, Italy.
That is exactly what we're going to be doing. Have you been to Milan?
I have never been to Milan.
You know what? I have. And what you're used to in a lot of the Italian cities like Florence and Rome and Tuscany. I don't even know so much about Tuscany, but you're used to the smaller streets. You're used to the crowded areas.
Milan's a city.
It's a city with boulevards. So it doesn't have the...
Maybe more like Paris that way.
A little bit more like Paris. And then where the big church is, the famous big church is...
The Duomo.
Yeah, the Duomo. There's a lot of those there.
Yes, there are.
It's Duomo North in Italy.
Right.
And that area is a little bit more... It kind of is like Paris, Lori. So it's just not as
and then
quaint. I didn't feel, and I felt like it.
It's a cosmopolitan city
is.
for sure, and it's a fashion capital of Italy.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I just didn't get the feeling for it.
But they'll be able to go out to the mountains. Everything is very close.
It's gorgeous
you're
around there,
north.
the Dolomites and all that. Isn't
Yes.
that over there,
Yes.
or is Milano like Paris? I wonder. They're both global fashion
capitals,
but they offer a different vibe. Milano provides sleek business focus, ready to wear. Paris is more international. All right, blah, blah, blah.
All right, I
blah,
like
blah,
that
blah.
explanation.
Blah, 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 blah. Help me decide 10 days in Paris or 10 days in Milan.
10 days in Paris.
I would agree. I can't stop. And the other thing, Emily in Paris.
Oh,
I can't watch it. I'm saving it.
Oh, my mom and I watched that.
Did you watch it all?
The
new season?
We watched the first 6 episodes. So you saw them in Italy, and yeah, it was really fun. And also watched Nobody Wants This, which I hadn't watched at the Kristen Bell and.
You'd never watched that before? That is the cutest show.
No, I watched the first season with my mom last year, but I hadn't watched the second season because it came out like this fall, and I wanted to watch it with my mom because we'd watched the first season together. Those two have no business together, those two characters.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I know, but they have because it's going to end in tears.
One's Jewish, one's not.
Well, he's a rabbi.
And
He's a rabbi, and religion is not important to her at all.
Takes it a little bit further.
And
he's a rabbi.
It's kind of the nom de or the what do you call it?
Nom de plume?
No, not nom de plume. When you write a book that's sort of real life, it's Aaron Foster, David Foster, his daughters, Aaron and Sarah Foster. It's loosely based on one of their dating.
It was based on it. Yeah.
So I found it very enjoyable. I know that some of the critics were like poo-pooing it, but I'm like, there's nothing wrong with realistically showing a relationship that has so many obstacles. It may not work. They don't always work. It doesn't always have a happy ending.
But isn't it good?
We loved it.
The mom is great. But Emily in Paris or Emily in Milano or Emily in Rome.
Rome.
Okay, don't give it too much away. You watched the whole thing?
Well, 6. I have 2 more episodes to watch, I guess. So I enjoyed it so much.
So I went back and I'm watching the last year so I can get caught up because
to the feelings that were happening.
And I'm telling you, it's just so fun going back and travel. And you were kind of talking about travel and everything. And I'm just looking at BortonOverseas.com about our spectacular Scandinavia.
That itinerary is really fantastic.
So exciting. I'm so excited about
next May. We still have a few spots left.
We do. So if you want to join us, we're going to Stockholm, Copenhagen, the Oslo Fjord cruise. We're going
staying in Oslo.
Yes, we are. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this trip. But other things, I was at a party the other night and people were talking about they went on a safari and how you felt about that. And Borton Overseas, they do so many different lovely itineraries and they've just got the firsthand experience. They customize things. You could be a part of a different group travel experience if you didn't want to.
You could be your own small group of 4 people, 6 people, 2 people.
And they know how to do it. It's an unparalleled experience when you work with them. And we are delighted. We've been to Iceland a couple times with them. Paris. Someone was talking about what the African safari was, that changed their life.
Oh, it's incredible trip.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime, you definitely want to go with an experienced tour operator like Borton Overseas.
Borton Overseas. So check them out, people. Wah, 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 wah. All right, what else do you got for me, Sister
Well,
Sledge?
I was kind of hoping that by the end of the year, which is really, we are at the end and into the new year, Wendy Williams' conservatorship was maybe going to be revoked. That was the word on the street.
It was hot for a while, and nothing happened, did it?
Again, because this is why I always wonder what's ever going to happen with the conservatorship law after, Britney was done so dirty and put in such a, completely ridiculous
Yes.
conservatorship at the age of 27 when she was likely suffering from postpartum depression. And they put her in a conservatorship as if she was a 95-year-old with $10 million and 2 fighting children who had dementia, where they did want to make sure nothing was changed. So anyways, but that was only going to be California law. Wendy's in a under New York conservatorship.
So we'll just see what's going to happen.
So we'll see what's going to happen with that, and we'll see what's going to happen with, Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau's romance, if those 2 kids are going to make it.
What do you think?
I don't know. It's not the worst bridge for either one of them.
No, I kind of think it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't bug me at all.
No, me either.
No.
Anyway, if I had eyeglasses that could see into the future, I'd probably buy them from Envision.
Probably. I know you would.
I would be able to get the most stylish glasses. And that was one of the gals that was on our trip that that we did to Paris was like, you girls are the ones who introduced me to Envision all those years ago. She said, I always picked the most boring glasses. I just never liked wearing glasses, but I couldn't wear contacts. So I just would my idea was just to blend in with, I never realized they could be a fashion statement. She said, because I'm like, you always have a great pair of glasses on every day. She's like, I have you girls to thank and Envision to thank. I never spent any money or time or thinking about wearing really fun glasses.
And whatever your style is.
That's right.
Because some people want fun and funky. Some people want conservative but fresh and updated. And they can figure it out, what's going to work with you. They're the eyeglass whisperers. That's what we call them. But the other thing is, I think every single frame I've bought from them over the 20-something years that we've worked with Envision, I still have.
Yeah, I have 80% of them.
Mm-hmm. And I update my lenses because they're still in style. Yes. And that's what they are. They have quality, curated shopping experience. It's just a wonderful thing to work with Envision. 4 great locations: Galleria, St. Paul Grand and Victoria,
North Loop,
and Minnetonka. And then if we're talking about taking care of yourself, let's talk about your hair, Lori. And I really... HRI, Hair Restoration Institute of Minnesota, is the #1 place for people to go when you are worried about your hair, worried about, losing your hair, thyroid issues, hormonal issues, GLP-1 medications, cancer, menopause, and just basically DHT sensitivity, which is like a testosterone. They call it the Roundup for your hair.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's how people go bald.
Oh.
Guys, that's what it does, is their testosterone attacks their body.
Wow.
Too much tea.
Too much tea.
Too much of the wrong kind of tea. So they have so many different solutions that you can find out about. Some are surgical, some are non, but they really know. One of the cool things that I saw was the scalp tattooing, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. But go to hrimn.com, click on the free consultation button in the upper right-hand corner. You can do this in person or virtual. And schedule it. You'll meet with Beth. She'll take you through all your options. They give you a scalp analysis to tell you where you are,
I love how you say scalp.
Scalp analysis.
Scalp analysis.
That's what they can do. hrimn.com. Tell them Lori and Julia sent you. What do you got going on in your life?
Well, what do I have going on in my life?
Mm-hmm.
I have a notable obituary in the Twin Cities this is a holdover from when we had our radio show, but
from 2 years ago?
Yeah. Well, no, this is not a holdover obituary. It just happened. It was just in the Star Tribune. But for people who are Twin Cityans or they've lived in the metro area at one point or another. Do you remember the very memorable slogan, "Why buy new when slightly used will do"?
Yes.
Dick Enrico has passed away.
Oh, Lori.
I know, at the age of 85, and he began his sales career with $18 he borrowed from his mother Rose and a stack of wherever pots and pans. And then he went on to found Kitchen Craft of Minnesota, and he did all kinds of things. Aquanite waterbeds, Condominia Concepts, the Sound Inn, Schiaparelli's Italian restaurant.
Didn't he do the exercise, secondhand exercise
That's what
stuff?
it was. That was second wind exercise.
Yes.
Why buy new when slightly used will
that
do.
was what it, okay.
100 locations, 13 states, and became one of the nation's largest fitness retailers. And legendary with his curly hair, his mustache.
He'd be on the back of bathroom doors.
Yes, and people just absolutely, he was the unofficial king of late night television here in the Twin Cities. And huge, he sold the business only in 2015. So he stayed active.
Business-wise.
And did all kinds of things and raised a lot of money for the American Diabetes Association. And he gave back to his hometown of Chisholm, Minnesota. So he was from the Northland. He bought a building. It's the Dick Enrico building in Chisholm. He bought the building to support United Way programs.
Okay, I love that.
I know.
Thank you, Lori. We would have forgot about him. I love that you.
Yeah, he was a staple for 30 years.
Oh my gosh, yes.
With what he looked like and everything. So just wanted to, celebration of his life will be held by his family, I guess, in the spring. But I was kind of appalled that it wasn't a notable obituary in the Star Tribune.
No kidding.
Because I was like, he was really something else.
Mm-hmm. Who did? Well, maybe there was someone better that day.
Yeah, who knows? But anyway, so that I wanted to bring that to the people's awareness.
We had, talking about obits, 2025, there were so many memorable deaths.
Because everyone is reaching their mid-80s. It's
not me.
No, I know, but there's a lot of people that were in their 80s. I mean, I think the one that was really shocking, kind of bookended 2025. In February last year, Gene Hackman and his wife were found in their New Mexican home.
Wild story.
And then in December, Rob Reiner and his wife are found in their home but killed. But the two bookends of what is going on. But there were really a lot of people in the acting world that died this year. Diane Keaton, Robert Redford,
Val Kilmer,
June Lockhart.
Oh,
she was 100 years old. Loretta Swit, Lonnie Anderson, Ruth Buzzy. Bridget Bardot just passed away.
Yes.
But yeah, a lot of actors, but it's because Diane Keaton at 78 and Rob Reiner at 78, but everybody else was in their, 80s.
Was Ozzy Osbourne in his 80s? He was Brian Wilson, or they just mid-70s? He was.
Yeah.
Roberta Flack?
Yeah, let's see. I don't know if Roberta Flack. She did.
She's got to be up there.
No, she did. Sly Stone was 82, Brian Wilson, and Ozzy Osbourne was 76.
Okay.
So, but yeah, there were, it seemed like a lot this year. And Concha Sherpa, I bring that one to Julia. I thought there were two notable people from the animal kingdom world. Jane Goodall at 91.
Yes.
Died, groundbreaking chimpanzee research. But Concha Sherpa, 92, he was the Nepalese mountain guide who is the last surviving member of the team that first conquered Mount Everest.
And his family, so again, 60 Minutes did a story on Sherpas.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to get the accolades the climber gets. We remember the climbers' names, but not the Sherpa names.
Sherpas who are hauling everything up. And he was 92. And I saw on one of the morning shows this week, the guy who gave us that movie, Free Solo, about the climbing.
Yep, with the hands.
He's from Minnesota.
Okay.
the documentary filmmaker, he just finished wrapping a documentary on the guy who hiked up Everest and skied down the north face of Everest. It's going to be a movie, and it's like practically just a 90, this kind of a drop. And he said, I was scared the entire time I was coming down. And he couldn't believe all the people it took to even get him up there, because you're not like you're ascending in one day. So that's a documentary that's coming your
Lori,
way.
you're right. It's a National Geographic film that you're talking about by Jimmy Chin and Chai Vasalahi.
Yes.
Maybe?
And Jimmy is from like Hastings, Minnesota.
Wow. And it was it was in October 20, Josh. Wow.
It just happened.
Yeah, Jim Morrison is the skier that's, I can't even imagine, because watching, it all started with Into Thin Air, John Krakauer, 1990, 8?
Something like
6.
that.
Lori and I became obsessed with Everett.
Yeah.
And now
but not ever wanting to climb it.
Never. 88, 08, 18. So it's almost, we're kind of close to 30 years, our obsession with Everest.
That was a great book.
And how it's changed so much, Lori, because that was the first commercialization when Apple products came, and the people from the mountain climbing place in Seattle went, and people weren't trained, and deaths and blah, blah, blah. But since
blah,
then,
blah, blah.
well, because people die. And so
Right.
since then, some of the different companies, it's been so commercialized now versus what it used to be. And watching this 60 Minutes correspondent lady try to get up to base camp.
Oh, that was unbelievable. I saw that too. She's like, I'm never doing this again.
No, ever. But this is, if you just watch on YouTube, you can watch old 60 Minutes things. And it was the one about the Sherpa family. And this young kid, at 16 or 18, climbed all the top mountains, and he does it without oxygen.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. In the life of the Sherpa, and how all these climbers bring so much into the Nepalese communities, and support them and stuff. But it's fascinating still to me. People still die. There's still that lock jam going across the ladders where people are in a line. And if someone needs to be saved, how your whole life could depend on the physical training or what's happening with someone in front of you.
Yeah, no, I still maintain a Twitter account, and there's an account called Everest Today, which gives you the cameras of what is happening. And I mean, I get vertigo. Sometimes I watch this and I'm like, why am I watching this? This is absolutely terrifying. Yeah.
I don't know why we're so obsessed. But then the other thing I learned is, the Sherpas used to go ahead and put the ladders across, to, like, if there's a concave.
A crevasse.
Thank you. I was thinking concave. I couldn't think of the word. And then the Sherpa would move the ladder.
Yes.
And then now drones pick up the ladder and move it to the next spot for them because they're so heavy. I mean, it's kind of amazing that a drone can work at 12,000 feet or what? How high is Everest?
Oh, it's higher than that. Way higher than that.
Okay.
I mean, it's like 19,000.
Is it 19,000?
I think so.
All right.
K2, that top peak.
High is Everest?
If you had an Alexa in here right now, you could shout it out. Yeah.
I'm asking right now. It is, I was closer. It's like 88.
8,800 feet?
No, 88,000. No, why is this that map?
All
right, it could be wrong.
Ma'am, are wrong.
Okay, you're right. It's 29,000.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my gosh, Lori.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
a lot.
crazy?
Yeah, way more than 18,000.
Oh, or 8.
Or 8, yeah.
Well, there we
I
go.
knew you were wrong
we're
on
good
that
with
one.
numbers.
Yeah.
But anyway,
well, that was quite a turnaround from notable people passing.
But I could
the
sit and
Mount
talk Everest because, again, just the feeling. Because remember, we used to be $100,000, and we would always do this thing like, who would spend $100,000 in 6 months of training? And you'd say, "Oh, partner, go ahead and do that." Yeah, I'll just stay here; it'll be fine.
Yeah,
like who would? Both ways.
Yeah,
both ways.
These are rich people problems.
Both ways, but now it's like almost 200 or like 100.
Yeah,
that was when it started.
That's mind-boggling to me. I couldn't imagine doing that.
I know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you. There was our Mount Everest. If you've never read the book Into Thin Air, it is so worth it. The movie too.
It is. And, going back to all of our, like the notable people who've passed away, if you've never, like on the way home from Seattle, I watched The Family Stone.
I love that movie.
Just
Lori,
to watch that movie again, Diane Keaton.
I love it.
I watched When Harry Met Sally. Casey and I watched Jeremiah Johnson again. Sometimes it's good to go, like when I want to watch Stand By Me again because that is such a great coming of age movie. And
Jeff's
Princess
never seen
Bride.
The Princess Bride.
Oh my gosh.
So
good.
we're going to watch that.
So sometimes, like I remember when Robert Redford died and I was talking to a friend's daughter and she said, I don't think I've ever seen a Robert Redford movie. I said, you've never seen The Way We Were? And she said, no. I said, do you like romance movies? She goes, I love romance movies. I said, you're going to watch this movie. I think it was over Thanksgiving. I said, just watch it. And
he holds up on camera.
Oh my gosh, that movie, because it takes place in a time and a place in the 30s for,
He looks so beautiful in 3
But
days.
she sent me a note and she was just like, oh my gosh.
Out of Africa.
I'm binging. Yeah, Out of Africa. Maybe you've never watched that. That's such a great movie. Or Gene Hackman, Hoosiers, maybe one of the best sporting movies ever.
I know it. I love that.
So that's the thing when somebody notable passed away.
You get to see all their good work.
Reminded, and maybe if you're a younger person and you didn't ever have a chance to be exposed to that, you go and you're like, oh, because people are always like, oh, what's new on this? Well, sometimes it's dipping back and watching a movie that, holds up, that is still so good. I mean, when Harry Met Sally, the girls are having a conversation at the boathouse lunch and they're like, oh no, we're 30. The clock is starting to tick. This movie was filmed in 1987. So it holds up in every way.
I love that you watched Jeremiah Johnson.
Oh, that movie's good. Good revenge movie.
That is
everything.
A great movie. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Thank you for that reminder because that is the truth.
The Outlaw Josie Wales. I mean, we still have Clint Eastwood, but there's so many great Clint Eastwood movies,
His son is going to be in some new series on Netflix, I think. Scott Eastwood.
I remember when he came into the radio studio, he was promoting a movie.
With the redhead.
A blonde gal who had a show on the CW, and I can't think of what her name is.
You know her name, and she dated a lot of bad guys.
Yeah, I can't. Anna Lynn McCord. I can't remember her name, but I was prowling through the building to find Scott Eastwood.
I wasn't there that day for some reason.
No, you were gone. And I found him, and he was like 5'5". He looks so big on screen.
Was that all he is?
Because his dad is tall. Well, maybe he's 5'7". He was my height. Whenever I meet a Hollywood guy who's my height, I dismiss them right away as basically short.
Well, right.
But for a guy.
Okay, that's so funny, Lori. Okay, I'm going to go crazy if we can't think of what her name was.
But it was a horse movie, and he played a cowboy, and I'm sure it was opening in the Twin Cities because why else would they have been on, Twin Cities Live?
Right. No, this was a while ago.
Studio. Yeah, for sure, a while ago.
The Longest Ride.
That was it.
In 2015. It was The Longest Ride, and the actress, it was a Nicholas Sparks movie, and it was... Gosh, it says Britt Robinson.
Yeah, Britt Robson. Yes. She was on a TV show.
Yes, she was. And she was in Tomorrowland. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was it. Well, there we go. We've trotted all around the world. Have we trotted around the world?
We've trotted around the world and then back, and now we're in a new year, and chop, chop, off we go.
Off we go. Thanks for hanging out with us. Remember to like us if you want to give us a review. That would be fabulous. Tell your friends about it. And thanks for hanging out with us. This is Lo J. We are still loud.